Greetings, all those who are born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th of any month. We are unpacking some of the key life lessons and challenges that you can actually turn into your favor for a successful life. First thing that comes to my mind is that you are likely attuned to a very powerful current of creative potential and very expressive energy. So today, we are not just uncovering common challenges or scattered energy, but we'll dive into the wisdom that tarot also carries along for you as life lessons. So for those whose life journey began on either the 3rd or the 30th, which is ultimately the energy of the archetype of Empress, this is not merely about creativity, but also it speaks to the fertile ground of your being, right? You're birthing something when it's fertile. And you team that up with the potential and natural desire to nurture, right? So it's like a nature and nurture thing. But the lack of focused intention, what are you nurturing? What's your plan? It really leaves you with this untapped potential, which is like scattered energies. So just like the seeds you want to sow and you throw them around without any right intention or a garden plan, you can guess what you're going to get after that. The second one, if you're born on the 12th of any of the months, this energy is of the Hanged Man. And the Empress energy is nuanced by it, right? So because they have the same numerical energy. So Hanged Man is not just about pausing. It also is about signifying some crucial stage of reflection and surrender. I love the word surrender, especially for the Hanged Man, because it's kind of hanging upside down, sometimes with an intention of surrender, right? So the tendency towards scattered energy here in this context often stems from really being caught in a very liminal space, seeing multiple possibilities, right? We say hangman has the ability to see different perspectives. So they can see multiple possibilities, perspectives, but here's the thing. They have a hesitation to commit to any one of them, right? There's no focused path here. So that becomes an opportunity area to look into. So the invitation really is to move from a very passive contemplation to a very purposeful direction and, of course, action. Now, those who are born on the 21st, your energy embodies that of the World card. Your vision could be very, very vast. And we also have Saturn's energy, so your vision needs to be very vast, and that's what I usually see from my clients as well. But your understanding also has many possibilities, and I'll tell you a little difference between Hangman and World card in a second. So the challenge with this one is, again, the scattered energies, but this time the scattered energies are arising from wanting to experience all the different possibilities that you can think of with your vast vision. So if you recall, in Hangman, you can think of different perspectives. So you're mostly thinking and you're in that space. But when you graduate towards the 21st or the World card, you are actually wanting and craving to experience them all. You're coming into action now. But what happens? When you engage with all of these worldly offers simultaneously, you're diluting the impact of any one of them and then preventing a deep satisfaction level that you could have achieved if you could have focused on something that was most important to you. So I've noticed that for many of the clients who are born on the 21st, there's a tendency of having everything, okay, and which people have achieved from the hard work, of course. But at the same time, there's a deep level of dissatisfaction and they just can't figure out how and when. And they always want to experience everything. But even then, at the end of the day, they are not fully satisfied in their lives. So the journey here is about mastering integration and very focused engagement. Coming to some of the real life examples, consider this like you are the 3rd or the 30th born. You might find yourself launching numerous creative projects with initial enthusiasm. I have, again, some friends and family members and some clients like that. But once they launch something with all this enthusiasm, their attention starts to get into distraction. So their attention goes into distraction to the next exciting thing. What's next? Okay, I'm done with this. What's next? So they never complete anything. So they leave a trail of incompletion. So excitement, incompletion. Next project, excitement, incompletion. Next project, and so on and so forth, right? So again, I'm not saying this is a flaw, but it's the Empress's boundless, creative, fertile energy that's seeking direction. That's all it is, which needs to be managed, of course, doing the right kind of stuff, which we'll talk about a bit. The 12th one might spend a lot of time in research and planning. Analysis paralysis is the biggest thing for those who have the hangman's energy, preventing them the focus that they need, the action that they need to bring the innovative ideas to fruition. So again, I would suggest here, of course, this is not about laziness, okay? Don't put labels on these kind of people. They have their own strengths, of course, but these are not lazy people. They just have a gap of analysis paralysis. But it's also at the same time a call to move from contemplation to decisive actions. And those on the 21st, of course, the World card, their global perspective, like these visionaries, they might split themselves between diverse interests and opportunities, and the World card's alluring pull brings them into all these different directions. And again, this is also not about the lack of passion. Don't get it wrong. This is about a journey towards mastering focus for impactful engagement. A quick example would be, and I'm going to take a personal life example. Let's say if you have a relationship, you want to experience everything, a romantic side of a person, a serious side of a person, an intellectual side of a person, or something else. If you have so many expectations and directions to take in a relationship, and you're not embracing single one of them, you will end up in dissatisfaction anyway. But even then, there is this vastness of more expectations within a relationship, so much so that your partner may not be able to be a provider of those experiences, ultimately leading to dissatisfaction. So you can fit this into your professional front or your personal front, whichever way. Now, to transcend this entire scattered energy of number 3 and stepping into more of a power zone as focused creators and leaders, there are a few things for you that you may want to take away as your life lessons. Number 1 is cultivating intentional creation. Intentional creation is very important. Choose 1 or 2 key projects that you wish to work upon that truly resonate with your core values, very important, and then direct your fertile energy there. Make it grow, nurture it, love it. This is about conscious cultivation and not random sowing of seeds everywhere. Number 2 is around embracing decisive action, okay, moving beyond the hangman's energy. So use your moments of reflection to gain clarity, then consciously choose a path and commit to it. Sometimes it's not about right or wrong. It's about, can I make a decision? Because every decision will have some kind of consequence. So you take your best choice, but then you do that too, right? So you have to make the choice instead of being in analysis paralysis. So the power here lies not just in seeing possibilities, great if you can, but in making empowered choices. And number 3, from the world's perspective, integrating and focusing your vision, mastering the world's energy. See whatever interconnectedness you wish to see in your interests, and then strategically choose where to direct your energy for the most significant impact. Completion brings a unique form of mastery for you, but you have to keep doing it and acknowledge that completion as success and feel the satisfaction consciously, if you will. All right, so if you recognize this dynamic within yourself of the 3rd, the 12th, and the 21st and 30th energies that I've just talked about, please understand that your vibrant energy is a very powerful asset, waiting for some sense of direction, a focused approach. That's all it is. And it's only you who can bring itself or yourself together to overcome these tendencies that may be keeping you away from achieving success in life. So reflect on these insights. If you like this video, you resonate, leave your comments, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. There are more videos in this series, so don't forget to check those out. Take care.